Hey y'all, it's me Andrea with Sucs For You in Houston, Texas, and I always say Sucs For You and other plants too because I love other plants and I love Coleus. Look at this gorgeous, beautiful plant I just picked up yesterday. I was just smitten by the colors, they're so beautiful. But I didn't notice until I got home that it had a bunch of mealybugs on it. So I threw it out into the yard, basically away from everything else. And I have these systemic pellets. Basically, they work from the inside out. So kind of maybe see them down in there. Maybe no. Um, so I've applied that, and I've already watered. But my husband actually found this stuff, and he's constantly coming home with all kinds of interesting things these days. This is called Inside, and it's used for all kinds of stuff: viricide, disinfectant, and the active ingredient is this alkyl dimethyl benzoammonium chloride. Sorry if I didn't say all of that right, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna see if this stuff works. And I just had a birthday and I treated myself to a new USB microscope. I know you guys, some of y'all have seen the videos I've made with the microscopic look at creatures and pests and whatnot. And so I busted that out. I broke off some of the branches that had some mealybugs on it, and I put this stuff to the test. Let's see how it works. Alright, this is our close-up, maybe too close for comfort, but here they are, the little babies. There are surrounding an egg sac, hundreds and hundreds of these little babies, and we're going to go ahead and squirt this inside all over them, and almost instantly there's very little to no movement. This is wild. This is awesome. Yeah. Okay, and here's an adult, or at least a more mature mealybug. It's really big. This is the same magnification, so you can see it's a lot bigger than the babies. Yeah. No, thank you. We'll squirt it. When I squirted it, it flipped over. And you can see it flailing about. Definitely not liking this inside. And here's a close-up, even closer. Yikes. Yeah, all those little things wiggling around. Those are its legs. Sorry, bro. And we're looking back at the babies a few minutes later. The purple and green you see is the Coleus leaf. And I don't see anything moving. And this is another, we're back at the big one with a close-up. And I don't see anything moving on it anymore either. So I am pretty satisfied with the results of this stuff. I really like that it's not an oil-based liquid. I don't like using oil-based sprays on my plants, especially succulents. You know, I've used neem before, but I always try and wash it off, and it kind of takes too long to work, and it can clog the little plant, the stomata, the openings, and it can cause sunburn. So anything oil-based, I'm not going to recommend that. And if I have before, I'm not recommending it anymore. Sorry. But yeah, this stuff worked really well. You can see how quickly it worked. If you see my other videos, I've tried, like I said, the neem oil, I've tried Everclear, I've tried rubbing alcohol, and those little guys, the mealybugs, just, they keep moving around well after, I've applied this stuff. I just went back and checked, it's been half an hour, and they have no sign of life left in them. But until the systemic does its job and the plant is able to uptake all that stuff, and distribute it throughout the plant. I'm going to just be keeping an eye out. I will continue to keep this isolated from my other plants. And I'll keep coming through and squirting them in the face if I see any more mealybugs. And I know if you see like one mealybug or a few, there's going to be a whole lot more. I'm not trying to freak anyone out, but just, you saw how small the babies are. And yeah, there's just so many in one little egg sac that there's just going to be more. So normally I wouldn't suggest something like, that isn't non-toxic, but if you have like a plant that you really like and you're, it's hard to get in there and to target each pest individually, then I do recommend a systemic. And I'll show you guys the one that I use. There's another little buster right there. We call them mealy thugs, mealy jerks, mealy punks, flat bastards. Plenty of names, but I'm a nature lover, but I will defend my plants no matter what it takes. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helps you. And one more time, it's this Theochem disinfectant inside, and try and find it locally near you. Bye.